I think it's coming up on my phone, but
hey everyone.
The host test to let me in.
We're having a few technical difficulties with getting Miss Cathy signed on, so I thought I'd just welcome everyone. And for those of you who've joined us, welcome. If you want to say hello in the chat. And a few materials to get. Oh my gosh. Let me just turn that down so I'm not repeating myself. So if you want to get some juice, preferably grape juice if you have it, but any juice will do, or wine. And you're going to need some spices like cinnamon or cloves, any spices you can find. There she is. So spices, and the third thing you're going to need is a candle. And so if you have a Havdalah candle, of course, that's the best, but
cinnamon or cloves,
oops, no, I'm talking.
Spices you can find.
If you have any kind of candle will work. I learned watching someone else's Havdalah recently that you could have just 2 candles and have the wicks together. But a Havdalah candle is supposed to have multiple wicks. So if you have 2 candles and you put them together, that could be your Havdalah candle. You could wrap it in foil, and that could work as your Havdalah candle. So if you want to grab all of those materials, and we'll mention them again in a little bit for those who join us. But so good to see some people watching. I see Isaac is watching, and we have Melissa, Carson. I saw Richard join. Dale, Shabbat Shalom. Still Shabbat, of course. But by the end, we'll wish each other Shavua Tov. So Miss Cathy's getting herself set up over there. And I think we're going to start singing in just a minute. So, all right, Miss Cathy, do you want to start with some Bim Bam? No? You can't hear? I hear you.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
I can barely hear you.
Can you turn it up?
There, maybe that'll help. All right, let's start with some Bim Bam. Everyone get your Bim Bam hands ready. Bim Bam, bim, 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 bam. Bim, 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 bam. Chirry, berry, berry, bim, bam. Bim, 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 bam. Bim, 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 bam. Shabbat, shalom, hey, Shabbat, shalom. Shabbat, 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 shalom. Shabbat, shalom, hey, Shabbat, shalom, hey, Shabbat, 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 shalom. Shabbat, 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 shalom. Shabbat, 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 shalom. Shabbat, shalom, hey, Shabbat, shalom. Ezrat, Shabbat, 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 shalom. Okay, let's get really quiet now. Bim, bam, bim, 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 bam. Bim, 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 bam. Cherry, berry, berry, bim, bam. Bim, 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 bam. Bim, 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 bam. Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat, 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 Shalom.
So we started with Shabbat Shalom because it is still Shabbat before we do Havdalah, and I hope that everyone has had a nice Shabbat today. And I thought maybe if you wanted to share in the chat something that stood out to you today, a special Shabbat moment that you want to share with us. We got to see some friends walking by on the street, so that was our special Shabbat today. Miss Cathy, can you hear me yet? Okay, hold on one second, everybody. Sorry, we're just having some technical difficulties over here. So just a reminder, if you want to get some Havdalah material so that you can join us, some juice, grape juice, some spices, cinnamons or cloves, and candle. And if you have 2 candles, you can put together like 2 Hanukkah candles or 2 birthday candles, although those won't last very long. And so now we're going to sing our favorite Hallelujah. So here we go. Scratch the back of someone who's near you. Scratch their back and say, Toda, Toda for that good back scratching. Oh, you can hear me, yeah?
I can.
Scratch the back of someone who's near you. Cathy, you have to imagine I'm scratching your back. Scratch their back and say, Hallelujah. Look into the eyes of someone very special. Look into their eyes and see their neshama, see their soul. Look into the eyes of someone very special. Look into their eyes and say, Hallelujah. All right, she's here. She's with us. Maybe? Are you here? It's unclear.
I'm here.
Oh, you're here. Good. All right, I'm pretty excited for this next song we have planned. Let's see. Did we get any we had a nice note from Richard. So nice to see you. And thank you. We're glad to be connected to you. And if anyone wants to share some special thing they did for Shabbat on the chat, we would love to hear from you. All right, Cathy, we're ready.
All right. One of the fun things to do when you're getting ready to end our Shabbat is to get some wiggles out. And in Hebrew, we can do that by singing a Hebrew hokey pokey. So everyone show me your yod. Yes. Show me your rosh. There you go. Show me your ozen. Where is your ozen? Good job. Show me your itzbaot. Wiggle those itzbaot. Excellent. Now show me your pet. Can you blow a kiss with your pet? There you go. All right, here we are. You put your yod in, you put your yod out, you put your yod in, and you shake it all about. You do the hokey pokey and you turn yourself around. That's what it's all about. You put your rosh in, you put your rosh out, you put your rosh in, and you shake it all about. You do the hokey pokey and you turn yourself around. That's what it's all about. You put your ozen in, you put your ozen out, you put your ozen in, and you shake it all about. You do the hokey pokey and you turn yourself around. That's what it's all about. Put your itzbaot in, you put your itzbaot out, you put your itzbaot in, and you shake them all about. You do the hokey pokey and you turn yourself around. That's what it's all about. Put your pet in, put your pet out, you put your pet in, and you shake it all about. You do the hokey pokey and you turn yourself around. That's what it's all about. You do the hokey pokey. You do the hokey pokey. Do the hokey pokey. That's what it's all about. Yeah.
I was pretty excited I had a chair that swivels around to help me do the hokey pokey. That worked out well. That was so fun. Well, now we are going to get in the Havdalah mood with a really special song from Ellen Allard. I just got a little note about Isaac had fun visiting friends today and is now having fun in his Buzz Lightyear costume. That is awesome, Isaac. That's the best way to celebrate Havdalah, as Buzz Lightyear, I say. So, we are going to sing a little bit about Havdalah, because Havdalah is a time where we end Shabbat. It's how we know that Shabbat is over, with this really special ritual that we're going to do. And so it's a little bit early for the actual Havdalah, but usually the real way to know it's time for Havdalah is when you see 3 stars in the sky. And that's when you know that it's time to say goodbye to Shabbat and kind of begin the next week ahead and look forward to the next Shabbat. So for this song, we're going to start by singing, and I want you to go like this. When we get to 3 stars, I want you to put 3 up in the air, okay? So we're going to go, look for 3 stars up in the sky. Look for 3 stars up in the sky. Now we're going to do some waving. As we sing this next part, we're going to go, we bid Shabbat goodbye. We bid Shabbat goodbye. Okay, so now this next part, the first thing we have, and we're going to actually do this in a second, is we have some wine. And so we're going to fill the wine to the brim. Okay, imagine this giant cup of wine. Fill the wine to the brim with many blessings. Fill the wine to the brim with many blessings. And now we're going to bid Shabbat goodbye. We bid Shabbat goodbye. We bid Shabbat goodbye. Okay, now the next thing we sing about is the spices. And they're called bisamim. And so we're gonna touch our nose. Ooh, Cathy has some really cool spices in her orange. Cloves, I think. So we're gonna go, bisamim, the spices lift our soul. Bisamim, the spices lift our soul. We bid Shabbat goodbye. We bid Shabbat goodbye. The next thing we do is we light the candle, and it's a braided candle, so we're gonna braid our fingers together like a candle. We light the lights, the braided candle. We light the lights, the braided candle. We bid Shabbat goodbye. We bid Shabbat goodbye. And the thing that we say on Havdalah, when it's Havdalah, is Shavua Tov, a good week. So we're getting ready to say that. So we sing Shavua Tov, a good and peaceful week. Shavua Tov, a good and peaceful week. We bid Shabbat goodbye. We bid Shabbat goodbye. Oh, I think that Aaliyah says hi, Miss Cathy. Aaliyah Kotler.
Hi, sweetheart.
And we have some Fixlers watching. And if Lisa's still watching, hi, Lisa. An honor to have you with us. And Rodney, if you're here. Hi, Rodney. Nice to see everyone joining us. All right, so I have some special helpers for Havdalah because I can't do it all by myself. Hey, helpers. I need you. All right, my helpers are coming. And so as we're getting ready for Havdalah, we're going to start. This is Levi and B are here to help me with Havdalah. So let's start by lighting our candle. Maybe as we're lighting candle, Cathy, do you want to talk a little bit about the wine?
One of the things that we say in Shabbat is the blessing over the wine, and that brings sweetness into our Shabbat. For Havdalah, we want to carry the sweetness that we got with our wine during Shabbat into the next week so that we have a wonderfully sweet week all week long.
All right.
Cantor, can you tell us all about the spices now?
Yes, so we have some cinnamon sticks here, and the cinnamon helps us to use all of our senses to celebrate Havdalah, to sort of awaken all of our senses to remember the sweetness of Shabbat. And Levi, maybe you can hold this. So we have a special ritual.
I want to pour it in.
Okay, you can help me pour it when we get to that part. Okay, are you okay? All right, hold it up straight. You're dripping. You're dripping. Oh, we're okay. We're okay. All right, so we have a special ritual in our family where we take our cinnamon stick. No, I need you to hold it. Where we take our cinnamon stick and we hold it here while we sing the blessing. It's very tricky. So we're going to sing it. Ready? So I hope you all got a nice sniff of some beautiful spices. And now Cathy's going to teach us a little bit about the fire.
All right, the beautiful light that we're going to do our blessing over is, as Cantor had said, a braided candle. There's many wicks that are joined together into one. And so we take our fingers and we hold it up as close to the candle as we can. And we look through our fingertips because they are living parts of our body. And we want them to show us the candle flame through our fingertips. And then we sing. Cantor, can you teach us about the wonderful separation that we get to do?
So this is the last blessing of Havdalah, when we actually hear the separation. We hear Shabbat leaving us when we put the candle out into the wine. And so I'm going to get the wine ready. So before we sing this blessing, we're going to take a little sip of our wine. And then we're going to put in some water just to make sure we have enough to put out our candle. Okay. And now we're going to sing our blessing for the supper. Wait, we're not ready for that yet. It's okay. Okay, hold on. First we sing. Put our candle out into, okay, and let's listen. Do you hear that little sizzle? That was Shabbat leaving, and now we sing.
Can I go play with dice now?
Shavua tov, Shavua tov, Shavua tov, Shavua tov, Shavua tov, Shavua tov, Shavua tov. A good week, a week of peace. May gladness reign and joy increase. A good week, a week of peace. May gladness reign and joy increase. And now, if you want to give the people who are near you a kiss, and say Shavua Tov, Shavua Tov, and I thank my helpers. You guys can go in the other room if you want. All right.
We recently celebrated a wonderful holiday, a little differently this year. We had to be what we call virtual, but the next person we sing about is virtual all the time. His name is Eliyahu, the prophet Elijah. And Jewish people believe that it is Elijah or Eliyahu who will come and show us the way to a world filled with peace. So the next song we sing is all about Eliyahu. Eliyahu Hanavi, Eliyahu Hatishbi, Eliyahu, Eliyahu, Eliyahu Hagiladi. Bimera beyamenu, Yahabo aleinu. Mashiach ben David, Mashiach ben David, Eliyahu Hanavi, Eliyahu Hatishbi, Eliyahu, Eliyahu, Eliyahu Hagiladi.
So beautiful. I love the sounds of Havdalah. And so we wanted to ask you, I'm about to sing my favorite Shavua Tov song. And right before I sing it, I want to ask if anyone who's here with us tonight could share in the chat something you are looking forward to in this week ahead. And maybe, Cathy, you'll be thinking too. We can share as well what we're looking forward to in this next week. All right, this is my favorite Shavua Tov by Jeff Klepper. Here we go. Twisted candle brightens our heart as together we watch the Sabbath depart. We smell the spices and taste the wine as the stars in the sky begin to shine. Shavua Tov, may you have a good week. May you find the happiness you seek. Shavua Tov, may your week be fine. May it be as sweet as the Sabbath wine. We say goodbye to a special friend. Another Shabbat has come to an end. Shavua Tov are the words we speak when we say, may you have a happy week. Shavua Tov, may you have a good week. May you find the happiness you seek. Shavua Tov, may your week be fine. May it be as sweet as the Sabbath wine. Okay, so Cathy, what are you looking forward to in this next week?
I'm looking forward to being able to be out and about just a little bit and to stay safe and healthy. What about you, Cantor?
I am looking forward to just trying to find some time to kind of be in the moment. I think to try to not be thinking about the weeks and months ahead, but just to kind of enjoy the quiet moments here and there. And a few on our chat say the first week finished with grad school, relaxing with the rest of us. Awesome. And Richard, looking forward to Rabbi Hayon's Launch and Learn on Tuesday. We are so proud of our rabbi who has his book coming out. And so we hope you'll join us for our Launch and Learn on Tuesday. I'm also looking forward to next Saturday night. I hope you'll join us. We're doing another Havdalah, but a little bit later. Rabbi Fixler and I are leading Havdalah and Hope. So I hope you'll come join us next Saturday at 8 o'clock.
I do have one other thing, Rabbi. My daughter, Caitlin, will be graduating this week. It would have been on Thursday. So we're looking forward to having a college graduate and a teacher, another teacher in our family.
Wow, mazel tov to her. Oh, I have to say, I said it this morning, but it is my 10-year reunion or anniversary from being ordained as a cantor. So that's pretty exciting and crazy.
And we're very blessed and lucky to have you.
Oh, and Lisa says, looking forward to a gorgeous hot day tomorrow. And so nice to see Lisa Badish with us. So,
my sunshine girl, I love her.
Yes. So, Now we have some kind of getting ready for the evening songs to say goodbye this evening.
One of the things that we always did when I was a child was we got together with my mommy and my daddy, and we would say our prayers when we got into bed. And one of the most important prayers that we always include is the beautiful Shema, where we talk about the oneness of God and our love for that one God. And I have one that was written by a very, very dear friend of mine. Her name was Debbie Friedman, and I'd like to share it with you. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai, Adonai Echad, Baruch Shem Kavod, Shem Kavod, Malchuto, Leolam, Leolam Va'ed.
We actually sing that Shema every night to our kids. And
so beautiful.
It has been such a pleasure to share Havdalah with you, Miss Cathy. And so now we're going to sing Hashkivenu, a prayer that asks for a Sukkot Shlomecha, a sukkah of peace, to a shelter of peace over us through the night. I know that sometimes I find that in the night I wake up and I worry, and it's hard to kind of shut off my mind. So just kind of praying for that peace through the night. Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu leshalom, leshalom, vehamidenu shomreinu lechaim, ufros aleinu sukat shlomecha, ufros aleinu sukat shlomecha. Shelter us beneath your wings, O Adonai. Guard us from all harmful things, O Adonai. Keep us safe throughout the night, till we wake with morning's light. Teach us, God, wrong from right, O Adonai. Amen. Amen.
So very beautiful. And thank you, Cantor, for letting me join you tonight, sharing this very special experience.
Oh my gosh, well, it's been so special. I've missed being with you because we usually get to see you for Tot Shabbat. And so it's been so nice to be together and to bring in the new week together. And I wish you Shavua Tov. I wish everyone out there Shavua Tov. And we hope to see you soon. We're thinking of you. And Shavua Tov, everyone.
Wishing you peace. Bye-bye.